beautiful.
Yay, thank you. I'm going to switch to... Wait, did I already switch it?
What?
Wait. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I believe that was smart, and I believe the audience will now hear both of us better.
Awesome.
Because of what I just did.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The MacGyvering.
Mm-hmm.
Something it looks like a big yo-yo.
It does look like a big yo. She's talking about my microphone. Yeah. I flipped a switch in the back of it. I believe that's the same level of talent as MacGyver had.
Yeah,
with, like, switching things up.
it all proves my point that this very much looks like we're defusing a bomb right now.
Welcome.
Yes.
To You're Gonna Love This. My guest this week for episode, what's unfortunately episode 14 because last week's 14. Episode. Well, not the number isn't unfortunate. It's not just 14. The pure number is
the worst number.
Oh God. My last guest, Katie Hansen, who's not really a guest at this point yet because a bunch of her episode got all chewed up by my recording. By you? Oh, I'm kidding. You wanted that 14 spot.
Yeah. Whatever it took.
Did I already say your name? Did I say it?
Did you?
I don't think so. My guest this week is Chelsea Pope.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for being on.
Awesome.
To reiterate for everybody who's listened now 13 and a half times, depending on if you listen to the mini episode.
Yeah, you should have.
You should. But You're Gonna Love This is a podcast where I try to write the perfect song for my guest every week. You don't have to. I'm glad that you feel good about that.
It's
but
nice.
Yeah,
it's like a nice. It's a spoil. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if someone asks you to be on their podcast, because I get asked. All the time.
Sure.
All the time.
Of course.
I just go from podcast to podcast, but they expect something out of you every time. You gotta bring it.
Yeah, it's like they're like, okay, we've got this mild format to what we do. It's basically just us talking, so you better be
interesting as fuck.
Yeah, X Factor.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be interesting.
And I don't
it's pressure.
I would like you to be interesting. I don't need you to be interesting.
Oh, good.
Though,
Oh, great.
So feel that pressure, just wave off your shoulders. I don't think that verb works there.
But it's like a Brave New World anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still cool.
Great. Recap for listeners who haven't been listening to every episode and want to know, how many perfects did Adam get? Oop, did he just drop his pick? The answer to the second question? Yeah, very real. Answer to the second question, yes, I did drop my pick.
Mm-hmm.
The answer to the first question, there are currently 2 perfect songs in my bank, both with asterisks. Which is, I learned, a very difficult word to say.
It is a very hard word to say, asterisks.
Yeah, when you really want to enunciate it, it becomes difficult.
Yeah. Sprinkler.
That was a snake.
It was a snake.
Yeah, a snake just came through my apartment. Anyway,
oh my
God. The asterisks are because I don't feel good about having perfect songs this early in my run.
Mm-hmm.
They're both team members with me on Dad Jokes. Wonderful people, and I just think that they maybe didn't give the word perfect the weight that it needed. I think they were just they really like the songs, which I'm glad. I like it when people like my songs.
Fantastic.
But I feel like they got swept up in it, and they were just like, no, that's perfect. And
it'd be hard not to. You're spoiling your guests with these songs right now. You're like serenading.
Oh, sure.
Us.
Yeah. No.
So it's hard not to love a song that's just all about you.
You can love it.
Sure.
I would love you to love it. That's the name of the podcast. But love and perfection. But how many people do you think your mom's perfect? I think I've said this before.
She's certainly not. Let's not go down that dark road.
We don't need that.
No. What was I saying? It was about perfection.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was it about perfection? Yes, it was. I'm a very spacey person, so this assists what I was getting back to about perfection is what gives me the authority to tell you how more perfect you could be.
I do. I give you the.
You give me the authority.
I'm giving you that authority.
How did I earn claim to this authority?
Well, to give some context for who Chelsea is, she's a comedian,
I wasn't
improviser.
asking you to fluff me. Oh no, this is not what I'm.
But you do introduce people on podcasts, and I didn't quite do that yet.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You're a comedian.
Yeah.
You're an improviser. You were very funny in my friend Byron's pilot that we just finished filming.
That was cool. That was fun.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
You had a great chance to reject me in a scene at the very top of the scene. Watch out, guys, for when Utilities Included comes to wherever it goes.
You watch your YouTube. Watch the tubes.
It'll probably YouTube,
right? Or something. Or I don't know.
Maybe Vimeo.
Vimeo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vimeo's classy.
But I'll be in about, depending on how they cut it, maybe like a second and a half.
You're only in that one little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
It's okay. I was busy PAing. I had to be the guy that was like, scene 2A, take 3,
yeah, you were hustling. You were all over the place.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's for that $0 a day. It's,
you're getting that, like, Hollywood experience, and that's what's important. That's what we all came out here for, is just to, like, have fun experiences.
And how? And Chelsea, it's time for another one of those quality Hollywood experiences.
Yes.
Kill me.
No.
We have a segment now. It's called You're Gonna Love This.
Great.
Also the name of the podcast.
I feel like I'm gonna really like this part.
I hope so. This is a segment where I try to introduce something musical usually, although I could dip out into other media, but I think I'm going to stick with music for a while.
Groovy.
To my guests. Today, it feels real lame to say it because, no, I'll go with this instead, because Documentary Now just did a parody of it.
Oh, yeah.
Go and watch, you can find it free on YouTube for all the listeners, and I'll probably post it somewhere, because I should be doing that. Stop Making Sense, the Talking Heads concert film. It's super good. It's it's like, basically greatest hits.
Of the Talking Heads.
Yeah, and like, just nutso David Byrne stuff is happening the whole time.
He's a character.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then go watch that, and then go watch Documentary Now, and you'll see both. I don't know if you've watched Documentary Now at all.
I watched I had an eye on it in the background doing other stuff.
Not particularly.
There were definitely some funny bits to it. Like I watched the whole first season that they have on Netflix of it.
But in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because I didn't. That truth be told, I've not seen like a ton of documentaries, so not every reference was. That was going to be my question. On me, so
is like I have not seen any of the documentaries that they're parodying. I think
I've seen Grey Gardens. So that one, of course, was an immediate hook, and then it's the first one. So then after that, it's like
I'd seen like Vice things, so that was that one was easier. I haven't seen. I don't think I'd seen any other documentaries that they parodied, but it was just.
But it's still fun to watch them just be goofballs.
But here's a chance for listeners, to see another one of their parodies while seeing the first thing, the thing they're parodying first. Yes. Out of the segment, we're done with this segment.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that was a great
recommendation. One. Highly noted. Mm-hmm. We'll pursue.
All right.
Great.
Now, quick reminder to the listeners: there are still. 49 as of this recording. I still have not received an email from Kevin Coleman with the subject line "Goofed Ya" with my review. 49 songs for listeners. If you review my podcast, send proof to ygltpodcast at gmail.com with the what is wrong with me? I can't speak.
I don't know.
Subject line.
Can we do some vocal warm-ups?
Yeah, let's do that really quick.
Okay,
Before I say the subject line, we'll do some vocal warm-ups.
Cool. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. That's one I didn't inquire.
Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
Mommy made me mash my... We had to do it with the scale. So Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. And your mouth just gets really tight.
Yeah.
Puckery. That's a terrible one, actually. I'm sorry.
That was fun. Okay, a subject line.
Great.
Goofed ya with my review. That's goof 'D. Y-A with my review. All the rest of it's spelled normal.
Goofed ya.
And if you don't send me that with that subject line, you won't receive a song. So far, I've had actually more reviews than I would think. 7 starrings. Wow. 3 written reviews. 1 by a guy I don't know.
Oh, this is a big deal. That is a big deal.
I know.
There's so many podcasts.
Oh my god, I know. Appeal to guy I don't know. Write to me. Tell me about why you listen. What's going on?
Yeah. You're having a good time. Mm-hmm. We're having a good time.
I wanna know how you found out about the podcast. Yeah. I wanna know. Maybe you could be well, no, you don't need to be a guest to get a song. You'll just get a song if you email me with the right punctuation and all that.
Yeah, he'll spoil the heck out of you.
Exactly. All right, let's get to our interview segment so I can figure out what I'm going to write you.
Okay, here we go.
So, first off, Chelsea, how are you feeling? What's going on with you?
Oh, like in life or just presently, like physically?
However you want to answer the question.
Okay.
Whatever information you think might help me.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Cool. I just got through a bit of like a quarter life crisis, so I mean, I've always been very me oriented, but I'm much more so lately under the guise of like, I'm getting it together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn adulting into a habit.
There you go.
And
I certainly have not.
Yeah,
it's a sporadic activity for me at this point.
Yeah.
You get to it every month or so.
Totally.
And then you kind of just coast on that for a while. Yeah.
I get that like one little bit of validation. I'm like, yeah, exactly, until the end of the month when that rent and validation are due again. Right. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I guess I'm feeling pretty good. There's good on the horizon. Okay. I guess. Election season's gonna be over soon enough.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yes. As of this recording, because at my work every Wednesday we have a meeting and they say how many days there will be to the election.
Yeah.
I work at like a political startup. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
But there are like 20 days till the election is today, and that terrified me.
Oh my gosh.
It's in 3 weeks minus a day.
Yeah, I got my ballot in the mail. At least I think that's what it was. Yes.
Hope so.
Yeah, I had a big old pile of mail. I hadn't checked in a few days. Uh-huh. I'm not adulting very well right now, but So we gotta vote.
It's true. Listeners out there, vote. I think I don't need to tell you who to vote for. I respect you as a listening audience enough to know who the right, not necessarily even the right choice, the better choice is. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not, we're not picking, out of all 8 billion of us, we got 4 if you really want to count 4.
Yeah. No.
Even with 4.
Just stop it.
Okay, so
I don't even
Chelsea
run this podcast, but I was just about to be like, you better stop listening if you're thinking about voting wrong.
You know what? Until really election season's over, no, I'm going to abide by that.
Oh no.
Until election season is over, any listeners who are Libertarian or Green Party are disallowed from listening to. You're gonna love this. If you have intentions,
subscribers count. It's like
sometimes you got to take those stands, right?
Oh no.
But you can feel free to vote for either the Republican or the Democratic candidate. I do not restrict any Trump supporters.
No, just because you're as jaded by the system as the rest of us,
I can't get rid of that
you
big.
Can be vocal about it.
It's a big base, Stein and Johnson.
Big old base.
Oh yeah.
Big old base. Follow your heart.
Yeah. Okay. Cautiously optimistic.
Okay. Yeah. So that's where I am
right now. Having good things happen.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. That's a good place to be.
Cool.
What have you been listening to recently?
Let's see. Other than show tunes.
Okay, show tunes are an interesting choice.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I don't know why I had the hankering for it, but I've been re-listening to Judy Garland's A Star Is Born, which is a classic film. Very sad, but also like just some beautiful music.
Sure.
And anyway, I've been listening to that lately. Uh-huh. What else? Oh, Glass Animals had an album that just came out. How to Be a Human Being.
Ooh, I haven't heard it yet.
It's really good.
All right.
There's this song, and I think it's about me. And it's called I think season 2, episode 3.
Okay.
And it just goes on about this lazy girl who eats mayo from a jar when she's high. I don't actually do that, but it's a really good vibey song.
Cool.
I'm trying to think what else.
You into the vibey music?
I like vibey music. I like good chill background music because I use music as a de-stressor.
Sure.
I mean, again, I just need a lot of background noise to help me function.
Right.
Whether it's with TV or music. So
got it.
Something that's chill is ideal.
Have you ever found, are there like bad TV shows for chilling too? Like
something that like is easy to get sucked into. That I'm a sucker for Orange is the New Black, actually.
Okay.
I'm like really into, like, I'm emotionally invested in all of the characters.
Sure.
And I was like, I had some friends who thought that this season wasn't as eventful as the others, and I was totally on the opposite.
I feel like
side of that.
when you're emotionally invested in the characters, like it doesn't matter what they're doing because you're like, you feel their feelings, and that's enough.
I was like, this is so, it's got a good pace. There's enough people where I don't have to get bored with anyone.
Right.
It's a big cast. What other shows? Well, I guess mainly because I watch a lot of stuff on Netflix. So like something that requires a lot of attention, like House of Cards.
Not great.
That's not a good one to play in the background.
Sure.
Because if you look away,
you just miss things.
You're gonna miss like a glance or something that was really important.
Right.
Or some just like sharp tongue dialogue, or like, I don't know, someone's gonna get hit or something.
Sure. Yeah. Good listeners at home. I don't know why I'm instructing you so much this episode.
Yeah, so prescriptive.
I am. Whatever. You figure out what my instruction would be. I'm leaving it open. Sometimes I like to tell people figure out how to spell my last name.
That's a challenge.
It is, but it's located places. You can find it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way.
Right. It's not like, it's not impossible. Even if you hear it, if you know, I'm going to give you it in audio.
Yeah.
You know, this podcast exists. You know, like there are probably social media places that you've heard of to go to.
So just like do the research, okay?
Yeah,
don't be lazy.
Exactly.
There you go.
Let's see. What else should we talk about? Oh, here's a question that our mutual friend Byron Rue has kind of forced me to ask, because on the second episode of my podcast, he was the guest and he got upset. He got upset because I wrote like
legit upset.
I mean, like Byron upset.
Okay.
You know, it's hard to tell. He's almost always critical of me, so
my God.
That's just, you know.
Sounds like you guys have a healthy,
very healthy relationship.
Partnership. Totes.
But he asked me, or he was upset because I said the sun was shining and it was like a partially overcast day. The question is, do you care about lying in music? Do you prefer it? Do you not like it? Would you like me to be entirely honest? I think that was his perspective, was like, I can see you writing.
This song does not make sense. Lucy is not in the sky. I see no diamonds.
That's a good Byron.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't. Yeah, that's just my critical guy voice. Well, I just think they all sound like this.
Sometimes Byron sounds like that.
Really?
It's the eyes get real tight.
All the it's just like grrr.
Like, I have a thought and it's not the same as your thought.
I disagree. Sinister glare.
Yeah. But so you're fine with lying?
Yeah, I'm pretty cool with it.
Cool.
I mean,
rhyming? How about that?
How
do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you find it
rhyming
necessary?
Is fun, and I always enjoy a good rhyme. It satisfies me to hear a good rhyme.
Sure.
But it's definitely not a requirement.
Okay. Yeah, vibey music's not necessarily the most rhymey music.
No, it's definitely not. Sometimes the words don't make sense.
Okay, so...
Yeah. I used to listen to a lot of Tori Amos when I was growing up too, and all of her shit does not make any sense.
Sometimes it's okay to write a song that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
right?
And then she says words really weird too. Like she said wings, whine, like whine, whines. Like it's like just to be weird. I don't know, just to.
So if this is the first, you've just given me the authority to
go crazy.
I can write a song with nonsense lyrics and say words weird,
and I'll be like, that's a beautiful metaphor. I love how that speaks to my emotional distress.
Well, now that I've told you though, maybe you're gonna. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. This sounds like too much fun. But sometime, with this podcast, sometimes there was an episode with. Do you know Amon Giddy? Have you met Amon from Arcade Currency?
Oh, yeah, yes, I have.
Yeah, he was on, and he was listing off, he'd been going through the Rolling Stone Top 100 albums, and I was like, okay, throw me another one. No, can't do that, and just kept going till I got one I could. So, when I find, some gold, write nonsense words and speak them strangely, I'm gonna hop all over that.
Hell yeah, that sounds great.
Well, I think I've got what I need.
Fantastic.
I have just one more question for you, sure. Chelsea. Have you ever heard the song "Cars" by Gary Newman?
Which song is Cars? Oh, how does it go? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that's a great answer, and you're going to have to hear it 3 times in a row, because that is my timer for how long I have to write my song.
3 times in a row.
So I estimated before I started the podcast, most people probably take about 3 times as long as a song is to write every song. And so
that's your logic? I should have written. I wonder if that applies to like books and movies. Yeah. I should have written so many movies now.
Yeah, I mean it takes about 6 hours to write a movie, right?
Right? Yeah. Well, I guess if it's a good meaty.
I mean, I've never written a movie before, but I'm guessing. That's basically the attitude I had coming into this podcast.
That makes sense.
I've never really written songs before. Now I've written 13 and a half. I've written 14 songs. One of the songs just was poorly recorded. And, I still don't think I'm doing it right. Like, I don't think this is the right way to make a song.
No, but it's, like, that's still really fun, though. Yeah. It's really cool that you're doing it.
Yeah. So I'm going to send you off with Gary Newman for 3 minutes into my bathroom, and when we return...
it sounds like a torture device.
It kind of...
And you shall be locked in my bathroom.
Well, it's a little... And the music is a little... you can feel a little trapped, but, okay. I want you to feel like when it's done, you're like, thank God.
And so anything you play is going to sound better than that torture.
Exactly.
That very painful 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
10 and a half.
Holy shit.
You said it was a 2-minute song?
Oh my God.
No, that's a much longer.
I take back the whole asking nothing of me.
This is it. This is the drill. This is what I bring guests for. I don't want to go through these 3 minutes. Every time Cars times 3.mp3 starts playing on my phone, I get horribly upset and turn it off immediately.
Oh no.
Have fun.
Oh God.
We'll be right back.
Algorithm. 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 Amen. I call to order the 4-1-ist meeting of the Council of Watchers, keepers of the Great One, servants of the Almighty. Algorithm.
Amen. You doing okay, Shane? What was that? You seemed like you had a little mix-up with the meeting number.
The words aren't coming out very fast. You seem to have a respiratory issue. It's been a long day. I've had a really long... couple of days, It's just like one thing things just kept coming and coming, and I'm just a little out of it, guys. I'm not on my A game.
Well, hey, we're here for you. We're here to... Yeah. You can use us as a sounding board.
Well, okay, I just wanted to... I didn't want to interrupt the meeting or anything for it. I figured we could talk about it afterwards over, some drinks or something.
Well, wait, you want to go... Wait, you want to hang out with me? You want to go get drink? Yeah, let's do that.
I'll actually have a ton of stuff I have to do.
Just remembered.
Yeah, just like taxes.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Taxes. I was just thinking about filing taxes.
Yeah. Oh, Benny, we should file taxes after the meeting today.
Oh sure, I'd love to get together and exchange K1s and talk about
it. Yep, just do our taxes together.
You guys make me sad with this stuff so much. You could just meet up and like not talk about it in coded ways during the meetings. Just like text each other afterwards. Go to separate cars. Make it seem like you're not hanging out. Don't just...
We're not hanging out.
This is important.
Come on.
Important work.
Do you want us to get audited?
Do you want us to get audited? Is that what you want, John?
Don't try to turn this on me. I asked you to go out for drinks. You said you wanted to go out for drinks. I said yes, and you immediately decided you had all of this work to do.
Just the taxes. It's just... I got so many things I have to deduct.
What are you deducting? What's your income source anyway?
getting real personal right now.
I mean, I've already told you guys.
We're not doing the taxes now. I mean, how many income sources do we need to discuss here?
I'm just saying, I've told you guys that I'm the assistant manager at Payless, and I've never learned what you do outside of these meetings.
I mean, you just gave us that information. It's kind of a faux pas to ask about how much people make.
I didn't ask how much you make, I asked where you work. I just want to know anything about either of you guys.
Similar.
Just anything. Tell me where... I've never seen your houses. I've never met anybody in your family. Give me anything.
John, do you want a personal detail about me?
I would love a personal detail about you, Benny.
I just sold 2 model train sets that I acquired in an auction.
That's incredibly interesting.
That's what I need to talk about when it comes to taxes, because I don't know exactly how to declare that income.
Okay. Well, I think algorithm... No, amen.
Amen.
Algorithm.
Oh, man. God damn it, guys.
Well, we did it right away the second time.
Yeah.
I think that's better than nothing.
I feel like I'm the third wheel in this group, you know? And I think a cult should be like an equal partnership.
Look at this and listen. How are you the third wheel? I start the meetings, right? And I close them, so I'm sort of the chairman in a way.
Right.
Benny's the great prophet, and we need him. And then, John, you...
Talk in the middle part. About whatever.
Yeah, why do we have you, John?
I brought you in here. Don't you talk. Don't throw me out now. What meeting is this, by the way? I didn't understand the words.
441, 441st.
Okay, thank you. It was a little unclear.
How was that unclear? It's 3 numbers. You just put them together to create the full number. I was trying something new. Okay, you know what? Forget it.
John, I think you need to take a break. Take a deep breath. Kind of distance yourself. I will, in the meantime, express the noted prophecy from algorithm.
Oh, man. He's taking a break. It's fine.
Just didn't want to do it with you, John.
Whoa. Algorithm.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
If you're going to do it, I'm not going to do it.
He demands that we respect him even if we show no respect to John or anyone else.
Agreed.
Come on.
Algorithm also has demands of us, which perhaps could earn you respect, John. Perhaps if you, along with all of the listeners, subscribe to You're Gonna Love This podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud, perhaps, John, if you and the other listeners rated and commented the shows as well as engaged in a discussion on social media, perhaps on Facebook about You're Gonna Love This, perhaps then algorithm will grant you the respect you deserve.
I was letting you do it if you wanted to do it that time.
I was letting you do it because you seem to be more on it.
Well, this is the problem. We're both supposed to do it.
Meeting adjourned!
Algorithm.
When you're doing it.
Algorithms. We all have to do it.
Algorithms.
Amen.
Welcome back to You're Gonna Love This. Chelsea, had you heard Cars before?
Oh, yes, I had. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Hitting a good streak of people that have heard it before. How did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it?
Honestly, it's actually an enjoyable song. I actually really like that song. So,
good.
I mean, I think it's just below irritating for me. Just below.
It just all of the...
I handled that 11 minutes okay.
I think almost every sound in it is so close to being irritating.
It's really close, and even
his voice,
the melody.
Yeah, the melody, all of the synth things that are happening.
Yeah,
the fact that it's the same thing for the whole fucking time.
Yeah, but it's catchy though.
And it's no, you've never heard a melody like that before.
Right?
I don't know what it means.
And we've never heard it since.
No. Well, this isn't going to be like that, but are you ready to hear my song?
I'm so ready. Let's do this.
All right.
Oh,
wait. I'm going to switch it back on this thing. I think this will make it so I sound better now.
Groovy.
Yeah. fishing lingerie. Find a tic-tac in your pocket. Swampy gas full of boron. My friend Peever is a moron. Simple syllables slide like silk. Wet water weeps tears. Dance, 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 dance. Move around the room. You ate a frog, I ate 2 coins. One was made of life, but the other died. Silky life coin, sliding down my throat like silk. Whoops, that's the first line of the chorus. Simple syllables slide like silk. Yet weirder weeps tears. Dance, 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 move around the room.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Easily the goofiest song I've ever written on this podcast. I'm very happy that you gave me the opportunity to write it.
It was fantastic. Oh my god.
Vibey nonsense words. This is what I went for.
Fantastic. Okay. I'm such a lucky girl. That's the greatest.
Whoops. Sorry, listeners, if that wasn't the best sound for those last 10 seconds.
It was just me in hysteria, just like raving about how awesome this song is.
Oh well, that feels good to hear. Why don't you break it down? Let's
see. First
constituent
of all,
parts.
Just look play by play here. Uh-huh. Mars Mission. Just nice little throwback to Bowie. Simultaneously, like, we know this is going to be an epic song.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
I did not even think... I was just like, every line was its own journey.
But then it goes, launch away. Like, just launch away! just out and about. Just very nonchalant. Like, we're releasing doves into the sky. Uh-huh. Find a tic-tac
in your
pocket. Yes. Oh, wow. See that feeling you get when you have that unexpected tic-tac, or in my case, a piece of Trident white gum.
Oh.
Yeah, just that I stuffed in my back pocket, like I popped one out.
Yeah.
And then you find it later. It's been in your jean pocket, but it's covered in lint, but it's still good.
Still gum.
It's still gum. It's still good, and that just you captured a very like joyous moment in that lyric.
Good. Yeah.
You know what? I could go through the whole thing. But here, let me go. The swampy gas full of boron. That's just like we all feel that.
Sure, yeah. That's a universal message.
And my friend Peever. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah. Of course he's a moron. Look at that name, Peever.
He's actually a neuron.
It's a neuron. Oh my god. He's not even. He doesn't even deserve fully pronounced O's for moron.
No.
And it's like, it's in mocking, too. It probably talks like that.
Oh, yeah. Peever. You know Peever. Yeah, hey, I'm Peever.
But he's a good guy. That's why we're friends.
Yeah. He's helped me out a lot.
This is great.
Helped me move.
Oh my god, all the alliteration, simple syllable slide like silk. Ooh.
I was like, I'm gonna write one good line that doesn't belong, and then
it was so good. It was buttery. It's like rolling in silk sheets.
And then I went with wet water, which is one of my favorite.
Silky silk, wet water. This is the dynamic of that. It's very dirty. Commanding dance. This is it's very there's a range of emotions going from one dance to another. You start in one emotional place and you end in another.
Well, I'm glad you're reading a lot more into my music than most people do.
Oh, okay.
I like it. I'm
enjoying it.
Yeah.
This is my appraisal. This is you
coming to like the genius page later and providing your annotations.
Absolutely. If I were writing a breakdown, a literary response to this to be published in a collegiate
you think postgrad
periodical
work, or is this undergrad work? I feel like I think only like a master's or a PhD student would be able to really capture.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not that smart, but wait, let's see. You ate a frog, I ate 2 coins. Oh man. There's just so much going on there. There can be so many things. You ate the frog, like you took on a task that you didn't want to do. You encumbered yourself. You did that thing you didn't want to do, like that book, Eat the Frog. You ate the frog. Congrats.
Right.
I ate 2 coins. See, I'm a money waster, you know?
Right, yeah.
What else? One was made of life, but the other died. The coins?
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I think that's the only line that actually... Well, no.
Maybe it was just a low form of currency. Like, I think the Greek coin is a very low value right now, isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe
maybe one of them was a quarter.
Just,
and
like,
the other
devalued
was, like,
in my stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I love it.
And then silky life coin sliding down my throat. Wait, that's the first line. Oh, fantastic.
Those are all the lyrics.
It was beautiful. It was, I think it really captures just a lot of the fugue that I'm feeling.
All right. Well, I'm glad I'm glad I was able to capture that. Hopefully it was
well done.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's very nice.
I loved it.
Now comes the serious part.
Okay.
If you could, in your mind, reach back, look in your memory for any cracks or mistakes, anything that you remember, like
you know what?
Any cringes.
Here's what it is.
Uh-huh.
You were having too much fun.
I was having a lot of fun.
I think, especially the second time around when you went into the tirade dance, I want to hear just ferocious anger when you deliver dance. This is not a fun thing that's happening.
Okay, yeah, like I'm.
This is very serious.
The person who has to sing this song is not having a good time.
No, this is a very emotional, serious thing, and I think you were enjoying yourself too much.
Sure. I think that was apparent in the audio that came out.
Yeah, I think the delivery could have been much more hard-headed, a little more authoritative.
I cannot argue with that.
No, I loved it, and I was laughing when you were laughing. I was laughing. It was fantastic.
But if that's not the perfect song for you, then that's okay, and that's the judgment that you can feel comfortable giving that judgment.
I think actually with that given note, it is even more so the perfect song for me because I constantly break character, and I have a hard time not acknowledging a funny thing when I hear it.
Okay.
So
I
think it's very fitting that you would be laughing and enjoying yourself and appreciating the funny thing you just did.
Sure. That I was currently doing.
That you were currently doing in the moment. That's a rewarding feeling to be having a good time. Mm-hmm. So I hate to disappoint you, but I think the song is pretty perfect.
Whew. All right, and that's your final answer?
That's my final answer, man.
All right. Well, I don't think I ever finished saying what happens because of the asterisks, but you're going to be thrown on top of the asterisk pile also.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, first of all, thank you. I need to.
It was. I mean, I'm being sincere.
I'm glad I was able to do that for you.
It was awesome.
You have now been put into the queue to be
Thunderdome
brought back in front of the YGLT Perfection Advisory Board.
Oh my!
Which consists of me, Byron, and Carl.
Fantastic.
And you're now third on the queue, as you are the third perfect that has been given.
Oh my god.
So at a certain later date, you're going to come back and we're going to force you to listen to the song again and really look for...
I got to go with a fine tooth comb. I used a wide tooth comb this time. Mm-hmm. When I come back, you better be ready, because I'm going to get one of those little, like, lice combs, and I'm going to comb through the song, and it's...
we'll find any lice that are...
I'll be older and wiser.
It's true. Yeah. At least a couple weeks or months.
Exactly.
Hopefully it's not much longer than a couple weeks or months. People will forget.
But it's good. Yeah. But absence makes the heart grow fonder. I might love it more.
I hope so. Okay, this is good. This is the first. I feel better about the song. I will say that one. At least I had as. Yeah. That's the first. I've had more fun playing that song than anything else.
I loved it so much.
Oh, good.
What was like some of your thought process coming up with that? Like, because there's. You can say that you just wrote shit down, but it definitely has, like, the silliness of it is very smart. It's a very smart silly.
Well, thank you. I just tried to write a line at a time with almost no thought in my head as to what may or may not follow it. What would what
was like how did some of the imagery come up that came up, like you opening with the Mars mission? Like, this was, like, were you putting a lot of pressure on yourself in that moment?
No.
Were you trying to write something epic? Like,
not really. I think it all is a little bit, it gets a little informed, but I think all of the lines feel a little ironic being played over silly, light chords. So I think
it seemed really light and pleasant. It sounded like a Jason Mraz song at first. And then, ooh, excuse me. I can't contain myself.
Your stomach's getting too excited.
My stomach's getting too excited. No, I was like having my gag reflex. I've been lying this whole time. It's terrible. It's terrible. I can't lie any longer. Oh God. No, it was great.
I think it's plug time. Chelsea. What where can people find you online? You got anything coming up? This will be released in like 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
TikTok.
So hopefully you got something happening.
I hope so. I hope I have things happen. I mean, I do a lot of little shows. Like I'm not headlining or anything anywhere, but I'm doing like a couple little stand-up shows. One at the end of the month at Flappers, and
what's the date?
Oh, you want to go?
This is the plug section. You're supposed to say
October 29th at 7:30. Don't tell anybody. I'm just kidding.
Approximately 30 people have just heard that.
Oh, wow.
Is that the biggest audience that you've told about?
That's the biggest audience that I mean.
Did you put it on Facebook?
No, I will actually, but I haven't yet.
Right.
I have a sketch show that I'm part of next week as well. There's a sketch slam happening. Is this like a UCB oriented or audience, or
I think there's a lot of LA people.
It's an insular. I know it can be insular, the UCB stuff for sure.
A little bit, but hey, if they don't like it, they can skip over it.
Suck it. No, what?
And they can also suck it. Yeah.
Sorry guys. No, I'm doing a sketch show with that, and
where and when is the sketch show?
That's sorry. Oh man, I'm not used to plugging, and I don't, well, I would love to be like, oh, I've got this web series, I've got this. I mean, I have this channel, with a comedy friend of mine, Cassie Jerkins, Hot Sangria. We've been postponing on that, working on other projects lately.
Sure. Cassie was one of the leads of Utilities Included. She was fantastic.
Oh my God. That was just a fun shoot.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, oh my gosh. I'm just staring into the abyss right now.
It's okay. If you don't have anything else, that's fine.
I have my Twitter handle.
Yeah. That's your Twitter handle.
That's a constant comedy show. At Chelsea the Pope.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, that's about as epic as it gets.
That was you got real excited when you remembered your Twitter handle.
Super excited. It was great.
Instagram, do you bother with that?
I just switched that recently to like a private thing.
Okay.
So if you want to request to follow me, I might accept you.
Okay.
But other than that, I've been mostly just, I guess, being a student and auditioning a lot.
All right.
I feel like I wish I was like, oh my God, I've got this.
Look for in the future. I think the thing that I'm excited about with this podcast more than anything is that I feel like I'm grabbing people when they're, definitely before they're blown up, because I think anybody who has blown up will not be on this podcast.
Before that for yours truly.
Yeah, but hey, we'll see. And
butter me up. You haven't done enough for me. Butter me up.
I mean, like for the 2 people that have been on my podcast, Edgar Montplaisir is now on a Herald team at UCB, which is super exciting.
I mean, if he hadn't been on your podcast, though, I don't know if that would have been a reality.
I think he definitely got the patented YGLT bump
for sure. For sure.
And honestly, people, I know you're probably thinking, Adam, you stole that joke from Stephen Colbert, but I'm pretty sure that
that's exactly what I was thinking.
My podcast originated the term despite the space-time problems with that. Stephen Colbert stealing that phrase from me. He got the original YGLT bump.
He's as crooked as Hillary.
Oh, the whole lot of them. That's why I say if you vote for Gary Johnson or Jill Stein, you're not allowed to listen.
Yeah. Get out of here.
That's why I said
get out of here. Sorry.
Oh no,
Sorry,
it's okay.
I don't have any authority.
Neither do I. I can yell at my listeners all I want, and they don't have to do anything I say.
There you go.
I yelled at them to dance. I don't think any of them danced.
I wanted to, though.
Oh,
I wanted to dance. I was too busy laughing.
Yes.
It was great.
Yay.
Super yay.
Plugs for me. You can go to YGLT Podcast, Facebook.com/YGLT Podcast to like this, although some people in between the interview and the song already told you about that. So other plugs, Facebook.com/DadJokesComedy is my improv team's website. I guess it's just our website. We don't have any other websites.
That's cool. You guys have a website. I'm in a couple of. I'm
in
like a few baby teams right now, but we haven't we just are impromptu doing like little shows here and there. We haven't.
Get the courage. People want to like it, and people want to see you. People want to see you, Chelsea. You got to tell them.
Aww.
Yeah.
Shucks.
What else? Oh, we have a show this Saturday. We're performing at the Second City Diversity Festival, which should be a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what time we're performing, so check our Facebook page if you really want to go. I think that's about it. I don't really do social media very well, so I don't really have anything to plug there. Chelsea, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
This is really awesome, dude.
Yeah. I'm glad you liked it.
It was awesome.
Yay. Bye.